If you're confused about the Indigenous voice to Parliament, you're not on your own. Indigenous Affairs Minister Linda Burney is quite confused herself, and it's her project. On Tuesday, she told Parliament that the voice would not have opinions on Australia Day, only to be immediately contradicted by key architects of the voice. Well, today she was asked in Parliament if she had lied.
Did the minister mislead the Parliament when she said, and I quote, "I can tell you what the voice won't be giving advice on. It won't be giving advice on changing Australia Day." End of quote.
It is not the policy of this government to change the date of Australia Day. The voice may give advice, but the Parliament retains its primacy.
Well, that's great, but the question wasn't about government policy. It was about what the voice to Parliament would and would not engage with. So now that's two things that Linda Burney is not good at. She's not good at details or giving straight answers, which might explain why she's qualified to be part of the government. What she does do well is emotion and high-sounding cliches. When she continued to be peppered with questions asking details of the voice, she resorted to this.
I am not interested in culture wars. I am interested in closing the gap.
Order.
So if you want details about how the Constitution will be changed and what effect it will have on the country, well, you're just engaging in the culture wars. But the government don't need to give details because, well, they're full of compassion. And when you're full of compassion, you don't have to explain yourself. They are pure of heart, unlike those no voters, those Trump-loving, truth-hating spreaders of misinformation.
Friends, I fear that the No campaign are importing American-style Trump politics to Australia. At the heart is a post-truth approach to politics.
Liz, Donald Trump has got about as much to do with the voice to Parliament as Shaquille O'Neal. Remember when they wheeled him out? Is Linda Burney the best thing that's happening for the No campaign?
Oh, 100%. But I love this whole Trump equals bad. So if I just throw Trump into this equation, people are going to be like, oh, it's terrible. But this is hilarious, the 180 that we're seeing happen here, because all the Yes campaigners initially started out saying how magical it was going to be and what it was going to do. It's going to close the gap. It's going to unite us as a nation. It's going to just magically wipe away decades of inequality, etc., and so on. So then we were like, give us details. They said no. So then the No campaign's like, wait, I reckon it's going to do this. I reckon it's going to do that. And they're coming out saying this is what it's not going to do. It will not change the date. It's like, please, you started out by saying what it was going to do, couldn't explain how, when or where. We filled in the gaps with some, qualified data. And now you're denying that we've got it right either. Would you just tell us what it is? And that's why we've been playing on previous shows this evening those clips of Albo and the Project being asked the most simple questions by very left-leaning journos.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it, just stumbled all over himself.
I love the way they said, we've got to listen to Indigenous people, but they're not going to ask us about this or this or this.
Well, she's just a bald-faced liar. I mean, the reality is that just about the only thing the voice couldn't do is bring you an iced Vovo and a cup of tea. It could do whatever the hell it wants. It can advise on whatever it wants. And to say, well, no, it's not going to advise on Australia Day, then what's the point of the voice?
Yeah.
If the voice can't talk to government about something that has been a prominent Indigenous issue for many years now, why have you even got a voice to Parliament? Like, you're literally saying it cannot talk to us about Indigenous issues. What have you got it for?
I mean, when she says that the voice won't ask about Australia Day, No supporters realise she's lying, and Yes supporters hope she's lying.
I know, it's unbelievable.